Hello and welcome to the day ahead. It's Tuesday, March the 31st. I'm Andrew Gagan. Well, the local market is set to open modestly higher this morning, with ASX futures up around 0.1%. Global equities made tentative gains overnight despite oil prices rising further as President Trump reiterated threats that the US would destroy Iran's energy plants and oil wells if it does not open the Strait of Hormuz. US stocks ended mostly lower, with all three of Wall Street's major indices beginning the session higher following heavy losses at the end of last week. Investors were buoyed by comments from Fed Chair Jerome Powell, who said longer-term inflation expectations appear to be holding despite the current energy shock. Well, among the mega-cap tech stocks, it was mixed. Microsoft and Meta managing gains, while Palo Alto, ServiceNow and CrowdStrike were among the best performers. Shares of US energy companies rose, tracking the higher crude prices. And aluminium producers jumped as alumina prices climbed on prolonged supply disruption fears amid the Middle East war, with aluminium prices surging to 4-year highs. And US asset managers rose on new guidelines for retirement assets. Well, thousands of US Army paratroopers have arrived in the Middle East as President Trump warned Iran that the US would destroy its energy infrastructure if it does not open the Strait of Hormuz. The US President has also threatened to attack the desalination plants that supply clean water in Iran. Iran, meanwhile, has said it has received US peace proposals via intermediaries, with the Iranian foreign minister describing proposals as unrealistic, illogical and excessive. Well, the White House says President Trump is considering asking Arab nations to pay for the cost of the war, with his administration requesting an additional $200 billion in funding for the war. And Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell has said the US Central Bank can wait to see how the war affects the economy and inflation, saying there's sort of downside risk to the labour market, which suggests keep rates low, but there's upside risk to inflation, which suggests maybe don't keep rates low. You've got tension between the two objectives. Well, bond yields fell sharply as Jerome Powell reinforced a wait-and-see stance. The US 2-year yield fell to 3.81%, the 10-year was down to 4.32%. Australian 3-year government bond yields fell to 4.71%, the 10-year is at 5.05%. The US dollar index is up around 1/3% on the day. The Aussie has weakened further to be at 68.5 US cents. Oil prices have continued their ascent, with Brent heading for a record monthly rise, while US crude futures settled above $100 a barrel for the first time since 2022. Brent futures settling just shy of 113 US dollars a barrel, having earlier climbed more than $4 to 117 a barrel. Gold rose for a second straight session as safe haven demand picked up. Spot gold around 0.5% higher, close to $4,500 US dollars. And copper was little changed, while iron ore was up around 0.5% to 111 US dollars a tonne. Bitcoin is trading at around 66,500 US dollars. Well, this morning the Reserve Bank is set to release its minutes from its latest policy meeting, while we also get February private credit for February. That was also released this morning. That is your day ahead. We'll see you again tomorrow.